Welcome to Horseman Bakes a Cake for Science.
Alright, first off, we probably need to open the blinds to get a little bit more light in the room by pulling down on this pulley, which, as you can see, raises up the blinds. Light is beautiful.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game.
Alright, so what you're gonna want to do is just spray the pan with some Pam, and then you're gonna get the flour, and then you're gonna just go like that, and then you're gonna go like that and slosh it around in there, and you're gonna repeat with your third pan. Grab a little bit of flour, slosh it all on there, and then you're gonna slosh it all around like that, and then you're done. Now, as you can see from this beautiful compound machine, this thing has a lever, and it also has a wheel and axle, and not only that, but it has a screw. Do you see that beautiful screw, which acts as the axle for the wheel? Beautiful compound machine. Okay, so what you're gonna do to get these in, you're gonna just put it in there like that. Alright, and then you're gonna take the other one, just go until it clicks, and that's pretty much how you do it. And then, oh wait, never mind, we don't have the, you're gonna, there we go.
Game on, go play. Hey now.
You're gonna just dump all of this powdery sugar and other unhealthy stuff into this bowl. Now what we gotta do, we gotta get the eggs in. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna smash them on the side of that, and then you're gonna get your thumbs in there, and then you're gonna crack them open, and then bam, you got it. Gotta get tasty eggs. Alright, so we want to go for 1/3 a cup. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna pour that vegetable oil into the, that's close enough. It's not enough to kill you yet. You're gonna pour it in there. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Now that's what I call cooking. Now, you would think this would be obvious, but you gotta remember this is 2017 and people lose brain cells every day. So, what you wanna do, you wanna get the 1/3 of a cup. That is much more efficient than using, I don't know what, like 1/6 of a cup, pouring that in, and then you gotta do it again, 1/6 of a cup, pour that in again. I mean, it just makes it a lot less efficient, am I right? Alright, so I got us 1 cup of water, and like I said in the last one, this is way more efficient than just using, it's way more efficient than using 2 half cups of water, because let's say like a half cup of water has an efficiency rating of, I don't know, like 5. Then a full 1 cup would have an efficiency rating of 10. Bam, more efficient. Alright, you know what? This is too hard. Okay, let's say the output force is like 15, and the input force is, I don't know, 5. So, that would give you a mechanical advantage of 3, because it's output force divided by input force. That's terrible. So, we got this blender right here, which, let's just say it gives you like an output force of 100, and then you get an input force of 2. That is a lot better than this spoon, which gives you a mechanical advantage of 3. This gives you a mechanical advantage of 50.
You're a rock star. Get the show on. Get
Alright, so we're going to turn this on 5. And it's going to go mixing. And we're going to start turning it. And that'll eventually get us some nice and good cake batter going. Alright, so after you're done mixing, what you want to do is you want to let it drip for a little while before you put it in the pan. So what you want to do, you want to pour out all of the batter into the pans, all the creamy batter, and what you're gonna do is just scoop it back up, and then pour it all in. Alright, so this is a heat lamp. Now, obviously, this isn't gonna do as good of a job as an oven will, because I mean, it doesn't heat it up as fast, takes longer to cook, but that's what they used to use back in medieval times. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it in an oven because this is absolutely useless. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the lever, which is the oven. See, we just got a lever right there. And then we're gonna put the first one in, and we're gonna put it all the way back there. And shove it on back there, and well, that was nice. I just burned myself. And then we're gonna put the last one. Gonna put it all the way back there, shove it right there, and then we're gonna close the oven. Okay, so we got the timer going. We set it to 25 minutes, and we got the cakes baking in there. All 3 of them. It's going to be a 3-layer cake. And so we just got to wait 23 minutes and 31 seconds. Alright, so let's talk about this heat lamp and about the power of it. So, as you know, power equals work over time. So, let's say that for work, it gives off about 500 joules every 200 seconds. So, the power would be 2.5 joules per second. While if we were to go with the oven, so it gives off 500,000 joules and in 200 seconds. So the power for that would be 2,500 joules per second. So yeah, it would be a lot more efficient than using a heat lamp because oven master race. Alright, so now that the cakes are done, we're gonna put them on the little trays. Alright, so now it's time to frost our beautiful cake. So we're gonna put frosting on not only 1 layer, but 2 layers, but not 4, but 3. So first off, we're putting it on the first layer. And pretty much what you're gonna do, you're gonna repeat what you see right here onto the second and third layers of the cake, and then you're practically done with the cake. So for our inclined plane, we have the pipes of the sink. So here's the pipes to the sink. As you can see, in some places they are inclined, and it's pretty much so that the water can go down the pipes. But hopefully you know that, because if you don't, you're probably stupid. You know what goes good with cake? Ice cream. Okay, so you've probably seen these. So pretty much, you already know, these are more efficient. They have a higher mechanical advantage than these things. No. So pretty much, let's just say this has an output force of 5,000, and you put in an input force of 10. That's a pretty high mechanical advantage, isn't it? That would be 500. Now, with this manual thing, if you get the coffee and put it all in there, then you see the mechanical advantage. You just did, let's just say 10 again, but it's only doing 50 for the output force when your input force is 10. So guess what the mechanical advantage is? The mechanical advantage is 5.
What we do here is go back.
This knife is terrible. Okay, so obviously the cake server, this thing, it did better than the knife. So, pretty much, as you know, power is work over time. And so let's say power equals, for the knife, let's say power equals 300 joules in 50 seconds. So that would come out to a power of 6 joules per second. And for the cake server, let's say that the power was 3,000 joules per 50 seconds. That would give us the power of 60 joules per second. So, obviously, this thing is a lot better than the knife. Much easier. So as we now know, a spoon does not do as good of a job at getting ice cream as this thing does, because spoons suck. So pretty much it's a lot more efficient than using a spoon. Why? Because the spoon, it is not built to get ice cream out of the ice cream bucket, because it could bend if the ice cream is extremely frozen, and it's much harder, and it doesn't come out in a perfect scoop like this thing makes it do. And this thing was built to cut through ice cream. Even the cold, hard ice cream, it is built to cut through.
He laughs upon Point Beauty, he laughs upon his beat. He laughs at everybody when he's walking in the street. He never can stop laughing, he says he's never tried, but once he did arrest a man.